Welcome back. We are finally recording part 2. So I had decided that I wasn't going to put part 1 of the Julie Voris call out until we had recorded part 2. And then, as normally happens for us, like everything went wrong. And so we recorded part 1 a couple weeks ago, and now we're finally recording part 2. But the most recent thing is our oldest had a car accident. We ended up having to go out of state to make sure she was okay. And now we're trying to get a car. Like it's madness. So we're back. So if it's kind of disjointed between part 1 and part 2, that is why. But we wanted to make sure and also find a time that the two of us could, and our schedules haven't worked very well together either. So here we go. So this is part 2 of the Julie Voris team call that she did. And we're going to continue to talk about about how to live your life with purpose, on purpose, something like that. That's like her big tagline. So we are going to jump in. And of course, I do want to say, please make sure, like, comment, share, all of the things, so that we can get even more information out about Beachbody. All right. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. There we go. Okay, let's see what happens.
First of all, I will share with you that the fireworks behind me was one of my big dream goals. That's pretty cool that I get to share that with you tonight. Secondly, how many of you had a little bit of trouble thinking of something? It's okay if you did. It's okay if you did. How many of you are women who had a little bit of trouble thinking of something?
Okay, that's funny because if you look, they are all women.
Well, why the call out? Why the call out to women? I mean, that's interesting.
Okay, and here's the thing. I don't know how many people were on the call. I think there were over 700 people on this call. And so chances are there were some men. Here's I actually feel for any guys in network marketing companies, because they truly do get overlooked in network marketing, because it is so heavily focused on women, because that is the prime target. Because traditionally they're the ones at home with the kids and who are looking for some way to supplement the income, or just find something for themselves that isn't around being a wife and mom. Something that, I mean, I remember that, wanting to be like, I want to be Amy sometimes as well.
Right.
So I think that's why. But I mean, also, if you look at it traditionally, and I think that's kind of why I keep saying traditionally, is that traditionally the woman stays home in most families. That has been traditional. I think it's kind of funny because we had a time period where I worked and he stayed home. And then we flipped roles. We do whatever is going to make the most sense for our family, regardless of what other people do or think.
Yeah. And it's not important to us what other people think as far as a stereotypical role within the community, whether it's me or her that is staying home. It's about what is right for our family.
Yeah. And for some, it's no one stays home. Well, I shouldn't say no one. I mean, the kids will be at home, but finding someone to watch the kids, because it is a lot.
Yeah.
For us, though, it got to the point, it was when we had our 4th baby that I started staying home, because at that point we were paying as much in daycare as we were for a mortgage. And so it just didn't make sense anymore.
Welcome to the patriarchy. It's okay. But you can unwind that. You can unlearn that. We've been taught to play small. Okay, we can acknowledge that. And once we know better, we can do better. So if you ask your child, your 3 or 4-year-old child, what they want to do when they get older or what their dream big goals are, they can probably rattle off about 25. Somewhere along the lines, we've been taught to play small. But we have a business in front of us that tells us that we can do anything and be anything that we want. So we either continue to participate in that conversation of playing small, or we decide to make a change. We decide to be the ones to make a change. So you have to make that decision yourself, for yourself and for your family, that you're going to dream big, because guess who's watching you?
So while the words are right, we all want to play big. We all want to play, in the space that we're given and think bigger, dream bigger, plan bigger, do bigger. While that is appropriate as far as how she should be thinking and motivating, what I have a problem with this, though, is that multi-level marketing companies in general do not allow you as a coach, as a member, to grow beyond a certain point because of the way the pyramid scheme works and how the downlines all work and how your uplines work and where you fit in the base, mid to low to wherever tiers of the structure. You don't have the ability to truly grow to the heights that she's talking about. It's not possible.
When she's saying like anything, you can do anything in this business, I think one of the reasons that they say that is so that inevitably when you quit, well, then obviously it's your fault because you didn't dream big enough. You didn't do enough.
Exactly.
Versus blaming the business model or the company.
Yep.
It's your fault because you didn't have a big enough vision or you gave up too early.
Yeah.
But when only 1% make substantial income, you cannot tell me that you can be anything with this company that you want to be. The odds are greatly stacked against you.
And what you'll notice is that upline individuals will use anything and say anything to be able to divert the narrative away from the person, away from the business, and point it to the person. Oh, yeah. They will make it about the person. They won't make it about the business. Because if the business falls, the house of cards the business is built on falls, then the whole thing's a sham. Mm-hmm. And so they're going to make it about that person. Now, what happens because they're taught to do this, relationships are damaged, friendships are damaged, business relationships, all of it. The whole thing comes crumbling down because they have to make it about the person and not the business in order to justify what they're saying.
Exactly. Because if they made it about the business, they would have to do the self-reflection that we've had to do that has been so incredibly painful. And you have to acknowledge your part in it. And it's rough to do. And when you look at someone where she has been in for 14 years and she has so many people in her downline and makes so much money, it's not only the emotional thing of saying, oh my gosh, I did this, but financially they're totally dependent on this.
She's dependent on the 700 people in this call, because if she can get 50%, which I think I'm being very generous in that amount, if she can get 50% of 700 people to do the things that she's talking about, that sets her up for the next year.
And what will end up happening is they're not going to rank advanced. They're probably not going to move forward, but they're going to produce enough volume that her income is going to continue to either stay the same. It might be falling a little bit because I'm just saying there have been some huge. There is a coach that last summer, so summer 2022, she had about 16,000 coaches underneath her. Right. I mean, obviously not all her direct recruits, but fell under her. Now she's under 10,000. And that is in 7 months.
Wow.
That's bananas. They're just hemorrhaging coaches.
Yeah.
So it's kind of scary. And I think they're all running a little bit scared right now.
They should be.
Give you one guess. It's your children. They're watching you. So give yourself a little grace if you've gotten out of practice of dreaming big, and then get back to work of figuring it out.
All right. She's right. Your kids are watching you. And I'm going to have to do a video at one point with our kids when my heart can handle the tough feedback, because our kids were watching. Our kids were watching me being angry that I would get disrupted if I was in the middle of a conference call because I was trying to do something for myself, for the business, but they needed something. Mm-hmm. I saw my husband getting frustrated with me because I wasn't engaged and I was always on the phone, and whether it was on car trips, whatever, I wasn't engaged with the family. So they are watching you and they are watching some of these things and they're taking that in. Mm-hmm. And did I have some good behaviors, some positive things? Absolutely. I taught them to care for their bodies, but I also taught them what disordered eating looks like. I also taught them about over exercising. So she's right. They are watching. Be careful and start, maybe if your children are a little bit older, asking them what message they're getting.
And what do we do now that's different?
As far as like the unplugging or
being with our family and the fact that kids are watching. You've just talked about all these things that Beachbody has instilled in you that resonated from that perspective, but now you see the damage that is done, and you just talked about that damage because our kids are watching. What are we doing different? What's the opposite now of what you just shared?
So I would say that what we're doing now, I do still exercise, and we exercise. We've been going to the gym this last week.
This last week.
But was it the week before too? I don't know. We hadn't been with the gym. We had just been working out at home. It's only been the last week or two, I think, that we've been going to the gym because we have found that it is better for us to go somewhere. But still teaching them it is important to take care of your body. But that may mean that on some days I don't work out because my knees are super sore, or I just really feel that I need a rest, that's okay. And I never took rest days when I was in Beachbody.
And what about family time?
Family time, we definitely try to be more aware, and we're not perfect at it. I mean, by far, but we try to be like, okay, family time is family time. And let's put things down, and try and focus on that family time.
We're more present.
And
I think that's what's made the difference is, we're there, we're showing our children why showing up and being present during family time is so much more critical than doing something like what Julie's talking about here, where, your kids are watching, but guess what? There's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
And when you are committed to certain family time, when you've planned that family time, be committed to it, be present, right? Your business can wait. Things that you're doing can wait. Those things are not as important as what you're doing with your children and with your spouse. And that is head and shoulders far above what the message that Julie was trying to convey here.
And like I said, we're not perfect. Just barely. We were playing a card game with our kids, but we were both also searching for cars because we have to replace our daughter's car. And it was like, okay, we can put our phones down and quit this car search to focus on the last few rounds. So we're not perfect at it, but I think we're more aware.
Well, and our kids called us on it.
And our kids did. They were like, what are you doing? And we're like, oh, you're right. We can put these down. All right.
Now, tell me something in the comments. Don't tell me all of them, but tell me something. Big dream, because I'm probably going to tell you that's not big enough.
Okay. She is projecting her own dreams onto them, right?
Absolutely.
What if my dream truly is to have $500 extra a month just to eat something? I don't want to be, a superstar crazy diamond. I just want this. And she's going to tell me it's not big enough. My dream isn't big enough. And to do this on a public forum in front of 700 people to minimize what your dreams may be.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Cassie Riggs says she's retiring from nursing this year. I love it. Look at this. Look at these. Look at these dreams. Y'all, are you looking at these dreams? Look how amazing these are. Look how amazing these are. Buy an RV, travel the world, travel to Africa for a month. That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. Look at these. Travel to Iceland. So much travel. There's always travel when it comes to big dreams. Isn't that so cool? Pay for kids' college. Yes. Now, okay. Here's a yes or no question. Does your big dream goal that you shared here, does it make you pee your pants a little bit? Some of you look like you need some energize. Wake up. This is your life we're talking about. Okay? This is your life we're talking about. excited about a big dream? You think you're going to get excited about Success Club? What? Come on. What is your life we're talking about? Does this make you pee your pants a little bit? If it doesn't, it's not big enough. I asked my team this the other night. We were talking about big dreams Sunday night on our team call. Let me ask you this. All these dreams, what is the one characteristic they have in common? What do they need? All these dreams, what do they need?
Do you know what they need? I would be like, I'm going to hurry and turn my camera off because I'm not sure what she wants. And she's already chastising me. I'm going to say action. Oh, no.
Financial planning.
Money. I think it's going to be money.
They need money.
Oh.
I mean, Disney's nice, but they're not going to give you a house for free. Okay. I'm just telling you, there's a lot of pixie dust down here. But you can't come down here and just go, I'm a really nice person. And they're going to go, here's a house. No, they are not. You need some money. You can't be a really kind human being and walk up to your kids' college and go, but they're so good and talented. No, you better be saving now if you haven't started. It all takes money.
Which you're not going to make in Beachbody. 1% make a substantial income.
Not for the big dreams that she's talking about.
No. So that is the frustrating thing, is that they talk about all this as if so many of them are doing it. And that's not the case.
No.
And I haven't seen any disclaimers. I don't remember if she did in the first part of the video, but I haven't seen the income disclosure where she's like, so I'm saying this is possible, but here are the real numbers and look for yourself. I haven't seen any of that.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That's what you have the opportunity to do in this business. I'll give you one guess. Wake up. This is your life. The opportunity to do in this business. You have the opportunity to make money. And here's what's so great about the way that we get to make money, because the only way we get to make money is if we make a difference.
No, the only way you make money is if you sell something. That's like, I made a difference in a lot of people's lives doing free groups.
But did you make money?
But I made no money.
Yeah.
But I definitely built relationships. I helped them. I did different things, but I didn't make money.
Yep.
So no, this job doesn't require you to change lives. This job requires you to be a salesperson. That's it.
That's the only way we get to make money. It's the only way we get to create income. We have to create an impact. So when you're thinking about your big dream and you're thinking about how that's going to take money, start thinking about how big of an impact you want to make. And if this doesn't make you pee your pants, it's not big enough. This is your life. Wake up to your life. Now, these work hard goals, I want you to think in terms of just quarter one. Okay, just quarter one, just 90 days, quarter one. These are, I made this word up, but we're going with it. These are your cross-offable goals that you have more control over, right? You don't really have control over how many people say yes to you, but what do you have control over? You have control over how many invites you send, right? But you don't really have control over how many people say yes, but you control how many invites you send. So we're talking about cross-offable goals over which you have some control, that you can cross them off at the end of quarter one, and they are directly connected to your dream big goal. Directly, you can draw a linear line from your work hard goals to your dream big goals, because this is what moves the needle. And I'm telling you right now, this is where coaches get disconnected. We make these beautiful vision boards, which I love. I love a good vision board. I love me a vision board. But you know what that vision board takes? It takes work, and it takes consistent work. It takes you showing up when it's not convenience. And we make all these proclamations and all these resolutions, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. How about we work hard to move the needle a little bit every day towards those dream big goals? Because here's the deal. Time's going to pass anyway. You're going to get to the end of the year. You're going to get to December 31st, 2023, and either your life's going to be different or it's not.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to be up to you. So in this section, work hard goals, I usually work in terms of 3. I just do 3 feels, I can't feel discombobulated, y'all. I can't feel like I'm all over the place. I need to be very streamlined and simple. And I like to work in terms of 3. So what could be a work hard goal that would directly relate to your dream big goal? This is where you could put a rank goal. This is where you could put a rank goal. This is where you could put, what do I have? I have for one of my work hard goals, because I have a dream of doing some speaking, and so one of my work hard goals has to do with, okay, I need to get my website up and running. I need to put out X amount of pitches. I need to look for someone who can help me book speaking jobs. So my work hard goal directly relates to one of my dream big goals. It's got to directly relate. What can you achieve in 90 days that you could cross off?
So I see where she's going.
I have a thought on this as well.
But even the things that she's telling you to do, how do you know that being a star diamond is going to get you to your work hard goal, or being a diamond? Because most people, when they start, their goal is to be a diamond coach. I was a diamond coach, but I lost money. They make you think that if you put down to be a diamond coach, that you're going to get closer. Well, let's say that my goal was to travel to Iceland and I started here. I'm now back here because I have lost money towards my goal. Where if I had just decided, you know what, the time that I'm spending working Beachbody, I'm going to work at McDonald's, I may be up here. So like they're telling you these things that kind of make sense, but yet they're not giving you the other information that you need to adequately say, okay, so is diamond really the goal? No, it's not. You have to be like a 5-star to make money. Yikes.
So I've mentioned on part 1 that I work for a very large software company. And within that company, we set down OKRs, objectives and key results. Another term for it is known as a KPI.
Yeah.
Right?
Key performance indicators.
Key performance indicators. So you have key performance indicators and you have objectives and key results.
Okay.
She's talked really big about impact.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the impact? Impact is measurable.
Yeah.
What is she measuring? What is she measuring? I've not heard a single Beachbody leader talk about what it is you're measuring to drive the result that they are saying you're trying to do in order to drive a level of impact that they're asking you for.
Well, because even where she said to put a rank goal, that's not even giving the information and the solid.
That's not even measurable. What did you do? Like, where is the impact?
What are you
so
actually?
You send out these invites and people purchase things and now you're a diamond, but you've lost money. What impact did you have? What result was that?
Wah, wah.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. And that's where these calls are so frustrating once you know, because you stop this and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so inspired. But what am I supposed to do? You know, even when I came back from Summit, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. And we did so much and we learned so much. And he's like, okay, well, how are you going to implement that in your business? I don't know, because I didn't learn anything about like actual steps and actual things that will pay off.
Yeah.
I just was pumped up and love bombed.
Or were you? I mean,
she's not very loving.
I was going to say she's very direct and not very feel good.
No.
Soft fuzzies. She's not.
No warm fuzzies.
Her soft skills are horrible.
Right.
I mean, we would not hire someone like her because of how bad her soft skills are.
So my favorite that I have seen from her, she does a live, I think every morning when she drinks her Energize and she talks to people. And she will actually tell people, I'm not going to talk to you until your actual name is your username. I'm not going to answer any of your questions. You need to fix that. Like, she just is super
abrasive.
Yike. Yeah. She's I can't even imagine having her as a teacher. She would have ruined my English high school experience.
Is there a social media goal? Do you post every single day?
But what is that going to do? I posted 3 to 5 times a day and I lost money.
Did they tell you what to post?
Sometimes.
Did they tell you?
Sometimes they would send me a copy paste.
Did they show you how to measure your post in a way that would drive the right impact and the results that you're looking for to get to the big dream?
No.
Did they teach you how to do that?
Mm-mm.
Exactly.
No.
Don't? Could that be a work hard goal? Could connections be a work hard goal? What can you cross off? What can you cross off in 90 days? Okay, I'm going to be quiet for a minute and you're going to write some work hard goals down. Cross offable.
What's the why
So
behind
listen
it?
to me. Dialing in my nutrition is not cross offable. 2-star diamond coach will be cross offable. It doesn't have to be a rank goal. I'm just saying that is very tangible. So I'm going to be quiet. You're going to be quiet. Write down some work hard goals. No more than 3. But write them on your paper. Don't write them in the comments. Write them on your paper. Don't write them in the comments.
Quit talking to me like I'm 2.
I swear.
But again, it's not telling you. Posting on social media, sending out a certain number of invites, none of that is going to get me closer to my goal of traveling or, whatever. She said that was what most people had. None of that. It doesn't correlate.
But it's tangible, according to her.
She's wrong.
Okay, let's talk about some of these. Tell me some in the comments now.
Oh, you can finally
Tell me
talk
some
to me.
work hard goals. And let me, I wanted to go back to recruit 30 people. So Deborah, you said recruit 30 people. So I love that goal. It's a little harder to control who signs up with you, right? You can have it as a goal, but I'm wondering, again, you do what works for you. What's going to be cross-offable for you? I'm wondering if it might feel more cross-offable to have a set number of invites rather, because you really don't control who actually says yes, but you do control what you do. So something to think about, because you want it to be more in your control that you can cross off. I want you to get to the end of the 90 days and go, done.
But sending out invites does not make you money. Recruiting 30 people would. So to me, she's opposite.
Is it a double speak?
Yeah. I think she wants you to be able to feel good that you would feel like you have been accomplishing things and you're going to feel like you're working hard and doing what you're supposed to, but really you're not.
So here's a question. What do you have to do to recruit 30 people? Does it take invites?
Oh yeah.
How many invites would you say it would require to get 30 people?
Oh my gosh.
Would you need to do 100 just to get the 30?
Oh, you're being so optimistic. I love that for you.
200.
No, I would say 100 to 1 to 2.
Every 100, you're recruiting one person.
1 to 2 people, yeah, especially at the beginning. Now, where she is at, and she might be talking, here's the thing, she's talking from such a different place. When she started out and was a brand new coach, there weren't many coaches. They didn't have this huge network. People did not know about it. So it was a very different world. But now you're telling someone to come in and she's trying to get them to do what she did. She doesn't have to send out invites really anymore. People come to her because of how large she's built her network, right?
Absolutely.
But someone who is brand new is going to have to send out an insane number of invites to get yeses.
And what's the reason she doesn't want them to know that?
Because then they wouldn't do it.
Right.
And they would quit spending the money, because if they can keep people trying.
It's the return on investment. It's that objective and key results. My objective is to recruit 30 people, but in order to do that, I have to invest.
I have to invite thousands of people.
To get the 30.
Yeah. And that doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to write down, I have to cold message 10,000 people. that wouldn't get me up in the morning
No.
to work this business.
Nor I.
But hers is, she has to convince all of these people that their dreams are going to work.
So that her dreams will
So
work.
that her dreams will work. She has very different key performance indicators, or OKRs.
Exactly. Wonderful. And that's what that level of knowledge is what we're trying to bring to the greater masses who are looking at MLMs. They don't understand what the initial investment or continual investment has to be in order to achieve the type of results she's talking about, because she's at the top of the pyramid. Sure, she can have that conversation, but what she's not doing is she's not doing every one of those 700 people a service. She's only thinking about one person.
Yeah.
And that's her at the top of the pyramid.
Yep, absolutely.
Done. Here's one. Maybe it's in 90 days, I'm going to, how long? Sure thing. 8 weeks. I'm going to finish Sure Thing and start another program, or, do power hours daily. Something that directly relates to your dream big goal.
How does a power hour daily relate to a dream big goal?
Or completing your own program. Those do not.
They don't.
And here's the thing. The other thing that doesn't make sense to me is she told someone, this just kind of clicked. She told someone that writing down that they want to be a 2-star diamond would be a great goal to put here. But she told someone that putting down that they want 30 recruits is not a great goal. That's the same. Like, no, you become a 2-star.
Isn't the 30 recruits a requirement?
Yes.
Thank you.
And it's like, wait a minute. So why is that not okay? And this is like,
it's double speak.
Yeah, she's a trip.
Michelle, your goal would be 300 invites, because we're talking about 90 days. 90 days. Can you cross them off? That is the key. Can you cross them off? And are they directly related to your dream big goals? How are we doing? Are we awake? You need a shot of Energize. How are we doing? We doing good? Because we're talking about your life. We're talking about your goals.
She's encouraging them to drink pre-workout to get through her presentation.
Yes, she is.
Like, you should not have to take a shot of pre-workout to make it through a work meeting. When you want to talk about like trying to be good to your body and be healthy, having to take 4 shots of Energize a day just to make it through, that's not healthy.
No.
Got it. Okay, so let's make sure we're still awake. Anyone who's doing this and looking at me, like, I can see you. You understand that, right? Like, I can see you. Okay, just want to make sure I can see you. And then you're going to come up to me at Summit and be like, yeah, I don't know you because you were doing this to me. So I don't know who you are. Okay.
What?
Okay, here's where the rubber meets the road. This, again, is where I think coaches get disconnected. This is where coaches get disconnected. Listen to me. What you do today creates your tomorrow. You think these small little habits, these small little actions, it doesn't matter if I hit snooze. It doesn't matter if I don't post today. It doesn't matter if I don't do my personal growth today. Now multiply that by 365. And how much ground have you lost by the end of this year? Now multiply it.
Okay, she is that statement right there really bothers me, because she is saying that nothing else matters in that 365-day window when it comes to time management. She is saying that the only thing that matters is the business.
Well, and I mean, here's the thing. So I'm just going to throw out an example, right? So our daughter had a car accident and we had to rush out of state to try and help her, to try and figure things out. I would have felt so guilty if I hadn't gotten my invites done when I was down there, if I hadn't done my workout, if I, hadn't done these things that they tell me I have to do every single day. But my number one job was to take care of our daughter.
Exactly.
but I would be feeling so guilty. And it's also interesting because she's implying if you don't do it once, you're never going to do it at all. Like, no, if I was up all night with a sick child or dog, since our dog seems to be going through some weird sleep regression, that I cannot hit snooze. Do you know what? The sleep is more important to me in that moment than waking up at 5 a.m. to work out when I've only had 2 hours of sleep. That is going to be more harmful to my health to not hit the snooze. Like, I need to sleep, but they keep you spinning your wheels so that you can't think. This is a bona fide like cult tactic to keep you so busy and so tired doing these things that you don't have time to sit down and evaluate and look and have some critical thinking.
And are those things, those busy items, having an impact that she's talking about towards the goals that she's asked them all to write down?
No, because here's the thing. When you say, your daily focused 5, and if that is doing my workout does not get me close. It doesn't get me a sale. Mm-hmm. Doing my personal development is not getting me a sale, because at the end of the day, that is all that matters. Getting a sale and recruiting a downline. That's it. So this like posting 5 times, that's not getting you closer.
So why aren't they addressing that? If it really is about sales, mm-hmm. why aren't they focused on here's what you need to do to get sales? You want to make money, you want to get to those big dreams, you need to make a sale. Here's how you make a sale. Because
if they were honest with you and told you how to actually make the real money, they would be admitting that it was a pyramid scheme.
That they would be making even more money.
But
it would be benefiting her at the top of the pyramid.
Potentially. But if they told you, because I'll link the documentation from the FTC. The FTC says if you are more incentivized to recruit than to just sell product, then that is a pyramid scheme. Every MLM is a pyramid scheme. You are always incentivized to recruit. Like that is how you make your money.
Not to sell.
I mean, making $30 off a challenge pack.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to make big money. You cannot make big money just on sales alone. Yeah. You just can't.
Yep.
So ridiculous.
By 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. And where has your life gone? These tiny little choices that, as James Clear, speaker James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, says, every choice is a vote for the person you want to become. Every choice. The minute you hit snooze, it's a vote for the person that you want to become. The minute you decide not to do personal development, you pick up the fiction instead of, not in addition to, but instead of the growth book. You decide, I just didn't have time to post today, so you don't. Every action, every habit, every choice is a vote for the person you want to become. So think about those dream big goals.
So they are purely operating on making them scared mm-hmm. and intimidating them into, again, spinning their wheels. So hitting a snooze is a vote for the person I'm going to become. You're right. I need to be rested so that I'm not a beast tomorrow. Like, I am voting for my family for that day, because if I don't get my sleep, I'm going to get a headache, and then I'm going to be ornery. So you're right. But they are trying to shame you for that, for like choosing sleep.
There's a study.
Yeah.
There's a study over in Switzerland and in Europe where they looked at 4-day work weeks versus 5-day work weeks.
Okay.
And the amount of work output, the impact that the employee had, 4 days versus 5 days, by giving them an extra day of rest, an extra day of family time.
Okay.
What they discovered was that productivity went up, output went up, volume went up. Revenue went up. All of these things went up because they allowed their employees more time with their family, more time to do personal things, more time to do the things that they love, to work on hobbies and passions, while dedicating that time and being present during those 4 days.
Do you want to know the difference? They're getting paid to work. These guys aren't.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Exactly.
The person who,
It's just, I can't stress enough what a sham multi-level marketing companies are. They prey on vulnerable individuals. They prey on different ethnic classes. They prey on different financial classes, right? Whether you're, low income, mid income, they prey on individuals that have struggled maybe with different disorders.
Addiction is a big one for some of them.
They take all of these things that make you who you are, because the sum of these things, they don't make you a bad person. They make you who you are. And instead, they turn that around on you and tell you that you're a horrible person and prey on you to get you to think that their way is a way of solving or fixing these problems, when in reality, there's nothing to fix.
No. Yeah, you are completely right.
Pays for their college tuition for their kids, who moves their family, who travels to Africa for a month. Is that person hitting snooze every day? Is that person not doing personal development every day? Is that person not showing up for their business, for their team, for their life every day? We think these little...
But Beachbody is not your life.
No, it's not.
Showing up for your life is showing up for your family, showing up for your spouse. Like they make it seem as if Beachbody is the equivalent of your life, and it shouldn't be. No job should be.
The habits are just that little and tiny, except they're happening every day, and they're adding up to who we are. Your daily focused 5 are 5 actions or habits that connect directly to your work hard goals, that connect directly to your dream big goal. Directly. Which means they are not do laundry. They are not make luncheons. They are not pick up the kids. Do you know what those are? Those are things you do as a grown-up human being. That's what those are. Your focus 5 directly relates to your work hard and your dream big goals. If you have a goal of enrolling X amount of coaches, then your focus 5 better revolve around invites and connections. If you have a goal of mentoring your team to 5-star, then some of your focus 5 probably needs to be around leadership and mentoring your team.
But they don't teach you how to do that. They don't teach you how to be a leader. This is leadership training for them, and this is not leadership training.
No.
And so that is, to me, that's one of the ultimate problems, is that the only reason that they are being considered leaders is that they sold the most.
If I have a goal of speaking, I better get my website in order. What are you doing every day that relates directly to your work hard and your dream big goals? This is where coaches get caught up. This is where it gets sticky. And listen, I say focus 5 mostly because I like alliteration. FF, focus 5. If you wrote down 3 and you did 3, we are good to go. If you wrote down 3 and you did those 3, we are good to go. If you write down 15 and none of them have anything to do with moving the needle towards your dream big goals, and you wrote down things like make lunches and pick up kids, I'm drinking my drink right now.
Oh my gosh.
Because you already know that's not what.
She is so condescending. They are volunteering their time to be on this call. They are not getting paid to be on this call. And they are getting just berated and talked down to.
You're going to move the needle on your big dream goals. You already know that. So stop it. Also, stop writing things down just so you could cross them off. Sometimes I do that. Okay, let's stop that. Let's make a deal right now. We're going to stop writing down things that maybe we've already done just so we can cross them off. Okay, let's get a little bit more dialed into what we're actually writing down on our Focus 5. Your Focus 5 have to move you closer to your work hard and your dream big goals. If you only get 3 done, that's okay. If you get 4 done, awesome. If you get all 5 done, awesome. Now, here's the thing.
She plays it off as if it's okay that she does it. Oh, the little cute laugh and
I do that.
I do that, but let's stop it. Let's not do that. It's okay that I do it, but
guess what? I do that sometimes because sometimes I need to feel accomplished in a day. And no matter what I put down on my list, my day will go sideways. And what I thought were going to be my priorities are no longer my priorities. My priority is now picking up my sick kid from school and helping them feel better so that my husband can work, right? That is now my priority. And if I did that, I can feel good about that. And dang straight, I'm going to cross it off because that's how I feel accomplished.
Yeah.
And she's not taking that from me. I'm gonna still do it.
I love it.
You wrote it down on a Monday and you didn't get to it. You can write it down again on Tuesday. You can write it down again on Tuesday. Can. Sometimes I write things down and I just didn't get to the 4th one or the 5th one on this day because I was deep in the thick of the 1, 2, and 3. I just take those, I write them on the next day, and I write them on the next day. Okay, and we just keep writing them down.
But she just told me that if I didn't do the things that I said I was going to do, then I'm making a choice for who I'm going to be in the future, and that's not right.
Mm-hmm.
But now she's saying if you don't do those things, go ahead and just write them down tomorrow, and it's okay. What? Like, so what is it? God, the head games. My head hurts.
Possible that you might have something on your Focused 5 that you do every single day. Sure. It could be. It could be. Maybe filling out your business activity tracker is on your Focus 5 every single day. Maybe because it's a new habit for you and you're trying to get into that habit, maybe on your Focus 5 every single day it's complete your business activity tracker. That's okay. And again, maybe you had 5 things on your list, you got to 3. You could pick those 2 up and, Preston, I'm not sure what you're saying here. Like, are you being cute? You've crossed out anything ever? I'm not sure I understand that. Okay. Are we good on the Focus 5?
Wow.
Ouch.
Tell me in the comments. You can't use complete your business activity tracker because we already talked about that. Tell me in the comments what is one Focused 5 activity that you can do tomorrow.
I wonder how many of the 700 are actually putting things in or if they're scared. I wouldn't put anything in this. And I feel like I'm a fairly confident person, but I'd be like, no, she just called out another person by name. So I think I'm just going to sit back here. I'm good. Let's let everyone else get yelled at.
I just had a thought. I'm really curious if she gets done with this call. I'd be very interested in whether or not this is true, but I could see this as being reality, that she gets off this call and it's like, I killed it. I was so great on this call. I killed it.
Like Fat Amy and Pitch Perfect. Crushed it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sitting back here and going, lady, you don't know what you're talking about. This is
horrible.
This is so bad.
Well, the other thing I was wondering if you were going to say is does she go back and look through these comments and notate who is actively participating?
Oh, wow. That's quite a tactic.
I'm just saying.
I could see it.
Just saying.
Yeah, interesting.
Move you closer to your goals and dreams. What is one tangible? Y'all are making me crazy with the intangible, nebulous goals. You can't even define some of the stuff that you're writing down. Knock it off.
But whose fault is it? If they don't know, whose fault is it? That is you, because you are supposed to be training them.
Absolutely.
And if multiple people are not getting it, then that's a sign that you aren't doing your job. Not that they just don't get it and are dumb. No, they don't know what they don't know. Your job is to teach them.
But these Beachbody coaches don't know how to take accountability. They don't know how to improve. They want everyone else to improve, but heaven forbid they take feedback and are like, oh, I could have given you better instruction. I could have worded this in a way that taught you what it was I was asking for,
Right.
or what it is actually drive back that I'm asking you to drive.
So, and here's something so instead of saying like, oh my gosh, you all are driving me crazy and blah, 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 she could say, okay, it seems like maybe I didn't make it clear on what I'm looking for in tangible versus intangible. I had used this example right here as the business activity tracker. Let me give you an additional example and see if that helps clear things up.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's professional.
That's how you train.
Yeah.
Versus this like, oh my gosh, you guys are so dumb. You just don't get it.
Right.
Tangible. Yikes. I don't like this woman.
Tangible.
I can tell. Oh, there's
Ooh, tractor.
Tangible.
I like that. Tractor bundle.
tangible.
I'm just looking at my notes to make sure.
Does it make you forever? That's Sandlot, isn't it? Forever. When they do it like slow motion. Because I feel like that's what she just said. Tangible.
And in life, that's amazing. I love that. No hitting
Nice.
snooze. Yeah. Snooze is the devil. Listen, if you don't want to wake up for your life, you need to do some real thinking on why you are living a life that you don't want to wake up for. I said it.
I feel personally attacked right now.
I said it.
I said it.
She stands by it.
Woo.
You know.
Snooze is not of the devil. Oh my gosh, the shame. And honestly, I'm the type of person, I'm gonna hit it 3 times tomorrow just to like
Spite.
give her the finger, whatever.
Wow.
Okay. I did. I said what I said. Okay, here we go. So do you see how this all comes back to one? So you've got your dream big goals. Listen, I want you to print off a bunch of these. I stuck it in the Slay Squad group. Go print off a bunch of these. Write down your dream big goals every day. You've got to keep them in front of you every single day. How do you know where you're going if you're not writing it down every single day? Every single day. Do you understand that when, gosh, I don't even know what year it is anymore. What year is it? What was last year? 2022. What was the year before? 2021. Whatever year we were 12, whatever year we were a 12-time elite team. August of the previous year, and then the whole next year, until we achieved it, I was writing down 12-time elite team every single day. January 1st. What?
Here's the thing though. She's saying that it should be something that you have control over. And like she said, you don't have control over 30 recruits.
Mm-hmm.
She does not have control over 12 times elite.
No.
And the reason she doesn't have control over that is because that requires other people to achieve goals in their business.
Exactly.
So how can she say that that is something that is great? Because that doesn't follow any of the parameters that she set.
They don't even follow aim. They don't know what they're talking about.
No, I know.
None of these leaders understand how to do this, and they make it up as they go along, and Julie's no different.
Do you know what though? If you look at this is Project 100, she has a planner for this. So if you're interested, you could purchase the planner from her too.
Well, sure, she could make money as a second
On her own website, I'm sure.
second income
Heck yeah.
stream.
And most of the coaches do. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I can think of 5 of the coaches that have planners that they try to sell you.
Yeah, exactly.
22. I started writing down, we are a 13-time elite team. I've written it down every single day for 365 days. Legitimately every single day for 365 days. I've written that down. That was a dream big goal. We are a 13-time elite team. I write it down every single day. So you're going to write down your dream big goals. I wrote down, move my family to Florida, close enough where I can hear the fireworks from my house. I wrote it down every single day. I put it on a Post-it note on my laptop. Every single day, you write down your dream big goals. Because if you don't know where you're going, how are you going to get there? Nobody gets up at 5 a.m. to hit Success Club. But by golly, I'm going to get up and move my family to Florida. Bet your ass I'm going to get up for that. But just to hit Success Club? To send some invites? No. But to move my family to Florida, I am up And you don't have to tell me to it, and I'm not hitting snooze. Are you? Because if you are, then your big dream goal is not big enough. And you're not deeply connected enough to it. And also, I'm going to say this with love, don't be telling me that your family is everything and your family's your priority and you want to give everything to them and do everything for them and you're not doing something with this business that can change their life. Don't say it. Don't even say it.
She has the whole head thing going. I'm going to say it because my family actually suffered from this business. And most families will end up suffering from this business. Ooh.
And from the cult-like tactics that are being spewed from individuals like Julie.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Your family's everything. Really? Really? Because if they are, then you're building this business to make sure that you can provide them with everything. Because I'm going to tell you one thing right now. My girls' experiences and opportunities came from me saying yes to something about which I knew nothing and figuring it out along the way. So don't tell me that your family means everything to you if you're not doing everything to build a business that can help them. And I say that with love. I have 3 daughters. You can't at me. Like, what are you talking about? You know I can. I've built this business while they've been young. Everything that they've been able to do is because I said yes to a business about which I knew nothing.
And you still don't.
If your family's your priority.
Right. You're right. You didn't.
You still don't know anything.
And I don't know. Maybe this is taught as parents. We don't try to give our kids everything. I don't think they should have everything.
100%.
Right. So when she's like, you need to provide them with everything. No, you are going to be raising beasts.
I want to teach them work ethic. I want to teach them empathy and understanding. I want to teach them good moral values. I want to teach them how to function in society and how to work with money and how to appreciate those things and how to earn it and not just expect it. I want to get rid of the level of expectation these younger generations are coming up with because parents like you continue to give them everything, which then hurts society.
Okay, wait. So I wonder if her daughters I wonder if she has signed her daughters up underneath her.
Oh, guaranteed she has.
And she's probably building businesses under them.
Guaranteed.
I would love to see. Man, I just need access. If I could just have like one day guest pass to the Beachbody back office, it would be a great day.
Building a business that will help them soar beyond it. You want them to watch you go for goals and then they surpass them. I want my girls to go so far beyond anything I could have imagined, and I gave them the springboard because I said yes to a business about which I knew nothing and figured it out.
No, you didn't.
Okay. Are we good?
Far from it, lady.
Right? No, we're not.
Every day we have the opportunity to live beyond our own selves. Every day we have the opportunity to create legacy. Literally. Every day we have the opportunity to create a legacy. The life that we create on purpose with purpose is based on our habit. It's based on our habit. It's based on choices. It's based on actions. It's not motivation. It's not inspiration. It's not if you feel like it or not. Literally, it's not if you feel like it or not. No one needs to be winning the busiest award, and no one needs to be winning I had the hardest year award, okay? Those awards are made up stuff in your head. Knock it off. Okay? Mom guilt, you made it up. Knock it off. Okay? Women made it up. So knock it off. You are in charge of creating your life on purpose and purpose. You have the keys to the car in your hands. You are an entrepreneur, and it's a blessing and it's a responsibility. You literally get to write your story every single day. You get to write your story every single day, and you have the pen in your hand with this business. And you have to decide what kind of story you're going to write. You don't need more training. You don't need more push groups or any of that. We will have all that for you. You don't need it. All you need to do is make a decision. that you are going to create your life on purpose or purpose. And this business is the vehicle to get you there. And every success story that you see is a reminder that if they can do it, you can do it too. If they can do it, you can do it too. And all you have to do is get out of your own way. Dream big enough so it makes you pee your pants. Legitimately, it makes you pee your pants. Work hard, because this business will change your life if you let it. And focus on what you can do today to create the tomorrow that you're obsessed with living. And know that this business will change your life. You get to create impact and income. Are you kidding me? People search their whole lives for this, and you have found it. So it's up to you to decide what you're going to do with it. Thank you so much for letting me be your pickup call for 2023. Listen, your minds are going to be blown this entire year. There's so much good stuff coming your way. I'm so honored to have been here tonight. I hope this was valuable to you. And please go back and tell your upline superstar coach, thank you for being part of this and giving this tool to you so that you can use it to change your life, to create your life. It's amazing what you can do. Literally, you'll blow your own mind if you'll let yourself. Have an awesome rest of your week. Happy New Year.
Wow.
The cringe factor is so high.
Right. She
now,
said
like,
a whole lot in the end right there. You are not an entrepreneur. Carl Deichler said it himself. You are a voluntary sales force.
correct.
You are not an entrepreneur. You are a 1099 contractor who makes sales for a company. And to say that this business is the pen, is the vehicle, then why does your income disclosure show the opposite? And that is not something that we have made up. That comes from the company.
Yeah.
And the fact that she never shared that.
And its CEO.
Right? Like, let's talk about how amazing this business is. Where's their stock? I haven't looked at their stock for a minute. So this business is so amazing. This stock is now at 62 cents per share. Oh my gosh. 62 cents. The 52-week high is $2.47. That's huge. But let's see. I don't know how it's gone so much higher.
But the trend line is down.
The trend line is crazy. I mean, the highest is maybe $14, something like that. And now it's at 62 cents.
Yeah.
And you're telling me that this is a growing, thriving opportunity. Yeah. I truly hope that she is getting her website up, because this business doesn't look like it's going to continue to thrive. Mm-hmm. I cannot wait until the next, the 2022 income disclosure comes out, because to compare that to the 2021 and the 20, it's going to be fascinating to see if it went down even more, because the interesting thing to me was watching the highest paid person. It went from 3.5 million down to 2.5 million in a year.
Right.
And is that the same person? I don't know, because they don't tell you who it is, but the overall compensation has been decreasing. So what are they going to do? And honestly, she probably could be a very successful speaker, like PD, a personal development speaker, because she just said a whole lot without really giving you any substance, which is what they do. In my opinion.
Much ado about
nothing. Oi.
All right.
That was painful. And it only took us 2 hours to get through her training. 2 hours we're never going to get back. But I hope that it helped show what BS this is, and give you a different viewpoint of someone who has been in and who bought into all of this.
Yep.
And now I have my critical thinking skills back. So let's hear what you guys think. Comment below. Let us know what you think about Julie's call. And
let us know too, if you like having me participate with Amy on these. I'd love to know if you'd like more of my participation. I don't do these often, but Amy had me watch this, and I think I felt her pain so deeply that I felt like I needed to partner with her to help showcase.
He was so mad when he was listening to this call, because I was just listening to it and he was like, I have so much to say. Because I do think it is very interesting to get his viewpoint and my viewpoint, because he's coming at it from the spouse and I'm coming at it from the victim / predator, really, because I did it too.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Make sure, like, comment, subscribe, share, all the things. And if there are any calls or any specific coach that you want me to look at, definitely send it to my email. I will put all that information in the show notes as well if you want to send something over to me. Hope you guys have an amazing day.